Cinderella, more curls.
Cinderella, more ribbons.
Cinderella, no help at all. A very disorganized girl.
Mom, no brains. When they haven't got it, they haven't got it. Cinderella hasn't got it.
Cinderella, my fan.
Cinderella, my fan.
Cinderella, my ridicule.
Oh, look! The carriage is here! Oh, you all look so beautiful. Yes, don't we?
Cinderella, the flowers. Come along, girls.
Goodbye! Have a good time! In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I am in the royal palace of all places. I am chatting with the prince and king and queen, and the color of my two stepsisters' faces is a queer sort of sour apple green. I am coy and flirtatious when alone with the prince. Oh, liar! I knew you didn't say such things. I'm the belle of the ball in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. Oh, I wish.
Fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee, fiddly-faddly faddle. All the wishes in all the world are poppycock and twaddle.
Godmother, I'm so glad to see you.
I thought you would be. I knew just what you'd be doing.
What?
I just knew I would find you in that same little chair, in the pale pink mist of a foolish dream.
What's wrong with that?
Fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee, fiddly-faddly foodle. All the dreamers in all the world are dizzy in the noodle.
Well, what do you suppose that every girl's doing tonight? I mean, who isn't at the ball? Wishing and dreaming you were really there.
Why aren't you really there?
My stepmother. Well, somebody had to mind the house.
You know what I'd do if I were you? I'd leave him. I'd just up and get out of the house. They'd make you work harder than a servant. If you wanted to be a servant, you would go someplace else and be paid.
You mean leave my stepmother? I don't think if father were alive, he'd like that very much. What do you think?
Cinderella, aren't you going to ask me to sit down?
Oh, yes, of course. Sit right here. How'd you get in?
The fireplace.
The fireplace?
The fireplace. Aren't you going to offer me some tea?
Oh, yes, of course. But it was just out. And the kettle's hot. It smells curious. And flowers. But I'm sure you brought them, didn't you?
I thought they'd brighten the room. Your water's boiled.
Oh, just a minute.
You?
No. I'm awfully glad you came by tonight. I was getting very lonely.
I thought you would be.
Godmother, do dreams never come true?
Well, I wouldn't say never, just seldom.
That's not very often, is it?
Not very often is precisely what seldom means. You're a nice godchild, but you ask very foolish questions.
I wish you believed in wonderful things. That something magical or marvelous could happen once in a while.
Well, I can't say I don't believe that something marvelous and magical couldn't happen once in a while.
For instance, do you believe in guardian angels?
Well, I can't say I don't believe in guardian angels and good fairies. It's just dangerous to believe in them too much.
Why?
You get to leaning back, you get to sitting back, putting up your feet, and making them do all the work. You have to do something for yourself once in a while.
Yes, I know. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. But then I just don't know what to do. I always wind up wishing and dreaming. I don't suppose that does any good, does it?
Well, I can't say it doesn't do any good at all. Besides, everything starts with wishing. Nothing happens without a wish.
Do you know I was wishing tonight? Right before you got here?
I'm almost afraid to hear.
Do you see that pumpkin out in the yard?
I nearly tripped over it in the dark.
The moon's shining on it now. I was wishing it turned into a big, beautiful, royal, golden carriage that would take me to the ball tonight.
What would you do for horses?
4 white mice. 4 white mice would turn into beautiful, white, prancing steeds.
Where would they come from?
They could be the 4 baby rats I found in the cellar yesterday. Oh, I know what you're going to say. Foldy, roll, and fiddly-dee.
Foldy, roll, and fiddly-dee. It's impossible.
Impossible. I suppose so.
Impossible.
Just the same, it was what I was wishing, and I'm still wishing it.
You are?
Yes, I am. If only I could have some magical help, or a guardian angel, or if my godmother were a fairy godmother.
Good joke. Very funny.
I am wishing in the name of every young girl who wanted to go to a dance but was told she couldn't. I am wishing that I may go to the dance tonight, and by some magical help or abracadabra or foldy roll and fiddly-dee, that all the kind hearts would put their heads together.
All the kind hearts put their heads together?
You know what I mean. All the kind hearts and good souls will wish with me, and that you, Godmother, will help me with every ounce of strength and cleverness you possess.
Cinderella,
Yes, Godmother?
it's impossible.
Impossible. I suppose so.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such foldy roll and fiddly-dee of courses. Impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these stuffed and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. Possible,
Impossible.
impossible,
Impossible.
impossible,
Impossible.
impossible.
Impossible things are happening every day. Is that true, Godmother?
Well, yes, I suppose so, in a way.
Then I continue to build up my impossible hopes and officially wish,
Officially wish.
yes, officially wish that I may go to the ball tonight.
Cinderella, it's impossible.
Just the same, I'm wishing it.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such foldy roll and fiddly-dee of courses. Impossible.
But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say.
And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. It's the coach and horses I wish for. And even the coachman and footman. But how? Foldy roll and fiddly dee, it's magic. But I don't understand. And you don't have to. If you don't hurry, the ball will be over before you even get there.
Thank you, it's wonderful. It's possible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. It's possible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage.
And 4 white mice are easily turned to horses.
Such foldy rolling fiddly of courses. Quite possible, it's possible, for the world is full of zanies and fools.
Don't believe in sensible rules.
And won't believe what sensible people say.
And because these often do it, I just keep building up impossible hopes. Impossible
Things are happening every day. It's possible,
It's possible.
it's possible,
It's possible.
it's possible,
It's possible.
it's possible.